off, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about a much hyped, much buzzed about, highly anticipated foundation release from none other than Sunday Riley. This is called the Influencer Clean Longwear Foundation. I ordered it the day that Sephora started carrying it, I think last week, and we're going to be testing it out today on this face, which is not a challenge for a foundation. So we will go over the claims, I will wear it all day, I will give you guys my honest, complete review of how it applies, how it wears all day, and how it stacks up to the expectations that it set. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now I should say, I love Sunday Riley's products. I think that her skincare is absolutely unbelievable. I just ordered some more Sunday Riley stuff through the VIB sale, took that as an opportunity to just kind of like try some more things that I haven't tried. So my expectations were already kind of really high for this because I'm expecting it to kind of have a similar skincare ingredient kind of formula to it. So wow, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There are 20 shades on Sephora of this foundation, so good on you, Sunday Riley, for really trying to cover the spectrum. That is really fantastic. That's a lot better than a lot of brands are doing right now, so good on you, girl. So it says you can use it on normal, oily, or combination skin. What it is: a clean, long-lasting foundation with medium to full coverage, formulated with our skin's health in mind. Solutions for redness, uneven skin tone, and oiliness. It says natural looking, long wear, lightweight, satin matte finish, medium to full coverage. So basically this sounds like my dream foundation. It pretty much sets out to hit all the marks. Now we will see whether it actually performs. I do really like the packaging. This comes in the same, almost identical actually packaging to my fave, the CC Plus cream from It Cosmetics. You can see they're the same size. The size of both of these is 1.08 fluid ounces, and the price on this guy is $42, which, yes, that's pretty comparable to a luxury foundation, but it is actually a lot less than you expect to pay for a Sunday Riley skincare item, so that's pretty cool. I like that. So this is supposedly a foundation, not like a serum or a CC or something like that, so I'm assuming that we can just go ahead and apply it with a beauty blender. I don't think I want to use fingers for this. Not gonna lie, guys, my hopes are pretty high here. This product definitely has the potential to be something just absolutely incredible, so let's go ahead and do it. Just gonna shake her up just in case. Put a little bit on the back of my hand here. Looks like a pretty darn good match. I got the shade 100, very fair with golden undertones, which describes me very well. It is her lightest shade. So while there are 20 shades here, there are definitely people who are lighter than I am. Doesn't appear to have a fragrance. That's good. So the first coat, it's really beautiful. It's doing a good job of covering all of my discoloration, my blemishes. I can definitely see the satin finish and the medium to full coverage, and I do like that it does feel really lightweight. I know it looks like it's covering a lot, but it feels really lightweight. That makes me think that if I do decide to layer it up to get more coverage out of it, it'll still be a really comfortable foundation. Boom. I've been going through a lot of breakouts, you guys, like, you know that, and so my expectations of a foundation right now are pretty freaking high. I really do need something not just to perform, but also to be really healthy for my skin. I'm going through quite a bit of it. It doesn't feel like the CC cream from It Cosmetics where it kind of a little bit goes a long way. It's definitely, if you want coverage, you kind of have to use a good bit. It's staying really dewy, which is making me a little bit nervous about powdering it. Like, when something's really dewy like this, you start to powder it down, and it just kind of soaks up tons and tons and tons of powder, and it makes it look really heavy and cakey. I would prefer it to be a little bit of a drier formula. But jury's still out. I don't want to make any hasty judgments here, but I feel like that's a nice, even layer. And I'm not going to go in for a second layer because I do feel like that's kind of my comfort zone of coverage. I don't typically go super high coverage. Now I'm going to go in with some concealer. I'm going to be using the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Breakout Concealer because I have been so in love with it lately. You can feel the skincare ingredients working when you put this on. I'm going to go ahead and very gently blend this out with my beauty blender. Never drag if you're trying to get full coverage. Never drag with your beauty blender. Okay, so those played pretty well together. The foundation is starting to dry down. I think that if I tried to powder it right after I put it on, that would be a really bad idea, but letting it dry a little bit while I'm putting the concealer on seems to make it so it's not so wet looking and wet feeling, so hopefully it won't soak up like gobs of powder. So next I'm going to go in with my Wowder from Glossier. This is not unfamiliar territory to pretty much anybody who has been on my channel before, but if you are new here, this is just a really great kind of unique powder from Glossier that behaves like natural skin, especially after you hit it with a finishing spray. And I'm just dibbity-dabbing here because I don't know what this foundation is going to do. I don't want to just go in immediately and start buffing because it might buff that product off of my face. I don't know. Countdown to chemical peel, y'all. Day after tomorrow, I'm going in for a chemical peel, so all this acne is going to get a 1-2 punch from my dermatologist. Pretty excited about it, not gonna lie. I was talking about it at work. I was like, you guys, I might look a little crazy on Wednesday, and they were like, or Friday. Takes a little while for the peel to actually happen, apparently, so who knows what I'll look like in next week's videos. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of buff just a little bit. This is not like the most drying powder in the world, and so I do end up putting just a little bit more time into making sure that it's everywhere. It's kind of the price you pay for it looking like skin, is that I'm not going to bake with it, you know what I mean? But I do have to take a little more time to make sure that everything is really good and set. I don't want to be hasty here, but it still doesn't feel like it wants to dry down at all. Like, I still can like get... That's making me really nervous. Okay, I'm gonna try some HD powder on top because this doesn't feel like it wants to like set at all. Like, it's kind of freaking me out. Like, it still feels wet on my face. Ugh, I hate that feeling. Because as soon as I hit that with a brush with blush on it or something, instead of it just going on, it's going to either mess up what's underneath it, like disturb it, or it's going to just wipe the foundation right off of my face, which is also not a desired outcome, as you can imagine. I might, just out of a precaution here, since this stuff dries so fast, I'm gonna use the makeup finishing spray from Scandinavia just on this layer, and then we'll go in with blush. Really doing my darndest here, you guys. I want to make this work, but she wants to move around. I can feel it. So I'm going to start with some of my Too Faced Pink Leopard, just so that we get kind of a natural contour going. It looks like it's trying to pull the product off. Like, even though I powdered twice and used a setting spray. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my Sun Chaser Bronzer Blur and Sculpt from Thrive Cosmetics and just kind of do a little extra contour at the back here. Okay, I'm getting a little bit frustrated here because I can still feel stuff like moving around. It's settling into my 11s really badly, and it's clinging to every dry spot on my face. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see. Alright, so the product is kind of coming off of my forehead as I'm putting blush on and things like that. Can you guys see that? It's like clinging to all my dry spots. And it's coming off over here as I'm trying to put on bronzer and blush and stuff. I don't know, guys. I have a lot of makeup on. It's just not wanting to work with me. You know what I mean? It's not making my life easier. Like, oh, that looks freaking horrible. I'm gonna powder the crap out of that real quick. And it's like not covering. It's making it so that like my blush brush kind of knocks all the product off when I go back in. Like, that's just very frustrating. Okay. Continuing to try and make this work. This is kind of really driving me nuts. Going to go ahead in with this same brush and just do a little bit of blush. I'm gonna go in actually with the ASOS blush in Unbothered, this nice kind of apricot tone. I've been really enjoying this lately. And this is a really highly pigmented shade, and so hopefully it will go on really easily without disturbing the product underneath very much. Ugh. Under my eyes is still so wet. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of MAC Press powder because I'm considering this like almost an emergency situation right now, trying to cover all these blemishes. Okay, that's a little bit better. Sunday Riley, I expected more from you, girl. Like, I'm not even like technically wear testing it yet. This is just like surprisingly uncooperative makeup. Like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like her skincare at all. There's no glow factor. There's no like, oh wow, just instant results. Like, it's just, I'm wrestling with this foundation. It is being really uncooperative. Okay, going to put on a little bit of highlighter, and then I will kind of skip forward to having the rest of my makeup done. This is the Thrive Cosmetics Sun Chaser Strobing Highlighter in Liberty. And it's really pretty, and it blurs, and it just does me all kinds of favors. Fortunately, things always look better on camera with a bunch of lights than they do in person, because if you guys could see this in person right now, it is not good. It's pretty disappointing. Okay, I'm going to pause here, do the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got all my makeup on now, and I'm okay with how the foundation is, but it took more work than I really wanted to give to it to get to this point, but we're going to see how it wears all day. I've got other videos to film today and things to do, errands to run, what have you, and so I am going to go ahead and try and wear this for the rest of the day. We'll see how long I last. I will let you guys know before I wash it off how it performed, how long I was able to last with it, whether it is kind of a long wear formula or not, and what my final thoughts are on it. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of still absorbing. It looks very pretty, but oh, my eyelash is lifting. Neat, cool. So it's working, it's okay. I'm not loving the amount of makeup that I had to put on my face in order to get it to work, but we're going to test it either way. So I will see you guys at the end of my day. Okay guys, it is the end of my day. It is 8:39 p.m. I've been wearing this for about 9 hours. And let's take a good look here and see what my final thoughts are on this influencer foundation from Sunday Riley. I mean, she's very pretty. I have been wearing it for a long time. It is proving itself to be a pretty good long wear foundation. I don't have anything really bad to say about it. I don't know why. I just had like really high expectations for this foundation. Like, it was so hyped. And it's Sunday Riley, and everything Sunday Riley just has something extra. It kind of has some sort of game-changing quality to it, and this just like didn't blow my mind. Like, I expected it to blow my mind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I expected it to have some kind of really great like skincare glow to it, and it's just a good foundation. It was a little hard to work with putting it on. That would probably deter me from using that over the It Cosmetics in the morning, something like that. I think that the challenging thing here is that this doesn't really have a place in my routine. Like, if I want something that's this level of coverage, I'm gonna go with my It Cosmetics. If I want something that's full coverage, I'll go with my Luscious Cosmetics. Like, sorry, my fiance is cleaning up dinner. That is the disposal that you hear. It's really pretty. I'm not gonna like return it. You know what I mean? It's a very nice match, and I kind of want to keep wearing it and see what I think, but like right now, it's not blowing my mind. You know what I mean? Like, it's a pretty foundation, but it doesn't have that game-changing quality that the Sunday Riley skincare does. So let me zoom you guys a little closer, and we will take a look at kind of what it's done. This is with 0 touch-up, so I mean, keep that in mind. I expect most foundations to do what this one did. So you can see starting to break up on me, and this is just a result of me having a lot of acne and having a lot of things that I'm kind of currently treating with acne medication, and so over the course of the day, these things kind of flake and dry up and peel, and so it does tend to kind of like settle into those spots, but again, this is definitely not an unreasonable amount of that kind of thing happening. It would be unreasonable for me to expect it to, I don't know, like be better skin. There's only so much you can do with this skin that's underneath there. So I don't love this right here where it's kind of, it immediately settled into that spot in between my eyebrows, like right when I put it on, so I had to powder the daylights out of it, but it didn't oxidize. The product on top of it stayed really good and vivid, and again, a very pretty foundation. I just don't know why I'm not like hyped about it. You know what I mean? I think it was just because it was so difficult to put on and to get it to work. I found that I had to wrestle it to make sure that it stayed dried down enough that I could put things on top of it, but once I got it on, it really stayed put. So I don't know, if that's something that you're willing to be patient with, this is definitely a really beautiful foundation. It's not like break the bank expensive either, and I'm sure that with the quality ingredients that are in it, it's going to probably be better for your skin than some of the, you know, other foundations out there that don't have kind of skincare ingredients in them. So all in all, the influencer from Sunday Riley, I would say it gets about an 8 out of 10 from me, maybe an 8.25 out of 10 from me. It's not like blowing my mind. I don't get excited to put it on in the morning. Yeah, it's pretty. It's good. So guys, if you appreciate this very thorough and slightly ambiguous review, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you did. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.